What's up, guys? It's Christian here, and today we'll be talking about the Sacramento Kings, one of the biggest NBA teams to surprise everybody so far this season. Well, I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving, but let's get to the Sacramento Kings. So currently, the Sacramento Kings have a 10-8 record in the Western Conference. Now, they aren't in the playoff picture currently, as the Rockets have played less games, but they are definitely on the right track to possibly make a playoff run this season. Now, why are the Sacramento Kings playing so well, considering they haven't even had a winning season in like a decade? Well, De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield are playing at a level that they were not playing at last year that has elevated the Kings to a winning record. Buddy Hield has 18.7 points per game, and De'Aaron Fox is averaging 18.2 points per game, 7.7 assists, and 4.3 rebounds from the point guard spot. That is a very, very good stat line for a second-year player in the NBA, especially at the point guard position in the Western Conference with the likes of Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, you name it. There's so many good point guards in that Western Conference that it's so tough for a point guard to be that good. Now, what other guys have been playing great is Willie Cauley-Stein. He's averaging 15.4 points per game and 8.6 rebounds. Most people didn't think he could score coming out of college from Kentucky, but he's shown that this year that he has the ability to average double-digit points and almost double-digit rebounds every game, which is incredible for a guy that nobody expected to do this. Now, their second overall pick, Marvin Bagley, the third, hasn't been playing as much as fans of the Kings wanted, which has caused scrutiny around Dave Yeager, the head coach, and Nemanja Bjelica from the Minnesota Timberwolves came over from the summer, and he's been starting currently at that power forward position, and most people are not okay with that. So it looks as if Marvin Bagley will probably develop into the starter by the end of the season, and maybe will help the Kings get into the playoffs for the first time in who knows how long it's been. It's probably been over a decade. But the point is that surprisingly, three guys that nobody really expected to play at this high level are playing at this high level. Now, De'Aaron Fox needs to lead this team to ultimately get this team in the playoffs. And with his athleticism, his three-pointer, which is clearly improved, I think that there's a chance that he could help the team get into the playoffs. And really, it's going to come down to those three guys and some veterans, which ultimately the team currently doesn't have. Now, there is a trade deadline, so there is a possibility they could get somebody at the trade deadline. But ultimately, the young guys got to turn into leaders to help this team get to the playoffs. De'Aaron Fox can be the leader. Buddy Hield's been in the league for a couple of years, but they really don't have a clear leader. Iman Shumpert's probably the oldest guy on the team currently, but he really hasn't had a great career. I guess Kostas Koufis, but who really cares about Kostas Koufis? Well, I think that they need to get a guy at the trade deadline to ultimately have a leader in the locker room and help them get in the playoffs, because the West is a really deep conference, and almost 1 through 10 is deep, and there's still guys like the Utah Jazz and the Timberwolves that haven't played at a great level so far that probably could sneak back into the playoffs at any moment's time. So the Kings are going to have to keep up with these teams and probably win around 40 to 45 games to have a shot at the 8 seed. And I think this is going to be really important for the Kings to do, because playoff experience is something that actually really matters in the NBA. And most people think that, getting the 8 seed is not that big of a deal because you're probably just going to get swept in the first round. But I think that it's actually really a big deal, because home games not only energize the crowd for the future, it also gives the players experience to know what a playoff atmosphere is and how important it is to actually play good in a playoff atmosphere, because some guys just don't play well. J.R. Smith, so I think it's really important that guys like De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, they get playoff experience so that down the line, this helps them in the future to ultimately be, who knows how long it'll be before the Kings are contenders for the finals. But they do have a good foundation currently with Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley. Those seem like the three starters for the future. Willie Cauley-Stein's probably not the long-term person to play the center position, but for the now, I think it's a good all-around decent center who can also be a very good defensive center, block shots, rebound. What a prototypical center is, except not in the NBA anymore because centers are hitting threes. But anyway, now The Kings currently have a 5-3 record at home, which is actually really good because considering the losing they've had in the probably last decade or so, they haven't had winning home advantage. So ultimately, a winning record at home would be very good, and close to a 500 record on the road would be something that the Kings want if they want to challenge for the 8th or 7th seed in the West. Now, currently, I would say it's going to be really hard for the Kings to get in because you have the Rockets, Lakers, the Pelicans, the Spurs, even the Jazz, and the Timberwolves probably contending for that 8th seed. And even teams like Memphis are probably going to drop down, the Clippers, maybe even the Trailblazers. I don't know if it's going to be that far. But ultimately, Trailblazers and the Grizzlies will probably drop to lower seeds as the Warriors will probably get back on track. Maybe the Lakers will drop to those higher seeds, but who knows. So please like, subscribe, and give me any video ideas for the future. Please have a great rest of your Thanksgiving, and just give me any video ideas you would like to see in the future. And thank you for watching my video, and have a great rest of your day.